Whether it being nominated for an Oscar or even winning 4 Césars, Les Misérables is the kind of film that needs to be watched by one and all. So it couldn't have come at a better time, especially with the political and social unrest all over the globe, for it to release in India. Like, it's perfect. We were lucky enough to get into a conversation with Alexis Manenti, who's not only an actor in the film, but has also written the screenplay along with the director. So here's how it went. Welcome to Pinkvilla, Alexis.
Thank you very much.
The first thing that I wanted to ask you is the movie got a standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival. Just seeing it, like, as an audience member, there was a sense of pride. So how overwhelming was it for you to get that kind of a reaction?
It was crazy. It was unexpected, and it was the first time I was looking at the movie, so a lot of emotion.
How personal was it for you, since you were a part of the writing team as well? How personal was the film for you as an actor and as a human being?
I know the director since 20 years. It's a friendship at the beginning who starts with cinema. So it was very important. We were waiting and working hard for years to do this movie. We didn't have so much money from the French cinema. So it was hard to release, and I started writing the short movie with Ladj Ly, the director, and then I act in it, and he also asked me to write the long feature. So it was a lot of work. I was very involved, but it was kind of family affair, friendship. So.
Okay. You also got an Oscar nomination for the film.
Yes.
And even though it didn't win, a film like Parasite, which is a non-English film, won Best Picture, making history. So how proud are you of a film like that, a non-English film winning an Oscar for the first time, for the Best Picture Oscar?
I think it's very important, and it shows that Hollywood opened the gate to the world of cinema, and for the future, I think it's a good sign.
Okay. How difficult was it to play a character as, out of the box, as Chris, who is a racist cop and who ill-treats children, who ill-treats teenagers? So how was it getting into the psyche of such a character?
I like to play a bad character. Hitchcock was saying, as bad as the character, as good as the movie. So for me, it was very, very complex role also. So it was very, very good for me and for my work to have such role in the movie, such character.
What is the message that you want people to get after they've seen the film, after they've processed it? What is the message that you think a person should get after watching the film?
I think it's a positive message. It's a message of hope. The film is quite hard, but it's telling that we should more care about our kids, and if they will grow up in this violence, it can explode. So we must care of each other and don't look at each other like a stereotype, but more deeply.
Yeah. So it's got a lot of global recognition, but it won 4 awards at the Césars.
Yeah.
So what was that feeling like? You won the most promising actor. So how is that feeling like to be respected amongst your peers in your own country?
Oh, it's a great prize. It's a great. I feel that the cinema accept me, the French cinema, and recognize the work I've been doing since I started when I was 18. I'm 38, so 20 years. So it's an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of it.
For someone who's not familiar with French cinema, besides your film, is there any other films that you would recommend in recent times for someone who's probably watching a movie of French cinema for the first time?
There is a film who was made 25 years before Les Misérables, who's talking about the same subject, called La Haine, from director Mathieu Kassovitz.
Yeah.
And it's black and white movie. It's a very good movie also.
We were just talking about your trip to India. So in terms of cultural aspects, how has it been, these past few days of being in India, in a different country?
I'm very happy to be here, but it's big country with a lot of history, different culture, so I'm very curious to discover it, but I've got a lot of work with interview, so I hope tonight and tomorrow I will discover more.
Okay. And finally, at the Césars, the best director was given to Roman Polanski, with an actress even walking out in between. What is your take on the entire controversy surrounding the César Awards as an actor of the French community?
I will always support the fight of the woman against how do you say abuse.
Yeah.
power abuse, sexual abuse. So I'm very proud of their fight and what they're doing. I've got a lot of admiration for it.
Yeah.
And it's quite particular to give this award to a person. If it would be for the film, it would be different. But I understand that some people can take it like injure for them.
Yeah. And finally, if you had to give a message to the Indian fans who will be watching the film soon, what is the message that you'd give about your film?
I hope you will like the movie. It's a universal movie. I think everybody can recognize himself in this movie, who talks about the place of the children in our society, but also the violence between people, ethnic or also social. And they will receive a message of hope and think more about how to act with the other and how to look at the others.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.